Our story begins when two geniuses of the tech world, Elon Musk and Bill Gates, launched a bizarre project called Gates 5000. Now, imagine, if these two ever built a supercomputer, there was a good chance it would have a touch of magic in it. But this wasn't just any simple project. It was an advanced experiment designed to change the future of humanity. However, things took an unexpected turn. One day, while these two were busy tinkering with strange devices in their lab, something unpredictable happened. No, it wasn't exactly a disaster. It was more like a hilarious catastrophe. A mysterious machine suddenly powered on, and at that very moment, Rihanna, Keanu Reeves, and Timothée Chalamet accidentally walked into the lab. Yes, you heard that right. How did they get there? Well, they were just casually strolling down the hallway, and somehow, out of nowhere, they ended up inside the lab. Nobody knew how, and honestly, no one questioned it. They woke up in a forest. Everyone stood there staring at each other in shock. Rihanna, always ready for a show, found herself in the middle of a mystical jungle, struggling to keep her balance, and then she started singing. But this wasn't just any song. It was full of strange, mystical words, harmonizing with the wails of the jungle creatures. The creatures, clearly not accustomed to this kind of music, cried out in confusion. "What are you singing? This is not music!" Rihanna, with her usual confidence, responded, "You may live here, but you can't tell me what real music is." And while the jungle was still recovering from the shock of her performance, she kept singing. Meanwhile, Keanu Reeves, who had seen it all, from John Wick to mind-bending explosions, was completely unbothered. He walked through the jungle like a wise temple master. Not only did he walk, but he actually started talking to the jungle creatures. The moment they realized who he was, they gasped. "Wait, isn't this John Wick?" Keanu, with his signature calm smile, replied, "Yeah, it's me. But right now, I just want to talk to you guys." As for Timothée Chalamet, well, he wasn't as graceful. As he clumsily wandered through the jungle, he accidentally touched a peculiar flower, and suddenly, sparks started flying from his hands. Yes, this meant one thing: magical powers. His hands crackled with energy, sending bursts of light in every direction. Keanu, who had been peacefully admiring the trees, was not at all prepared for this. Timothy, now buzzing with excitement, thought, "Why not? Time to mess with John Wick." So, he playfully pointed his hands toward Keanu, sending small magical shocks his way. Keanu, now slightly irritated, turned to Timothy and said, "Are you ever going to stop these silly games?" After all these chaotic events, the group decided to find the legendary talking tree. Yep, the mystical tree that no one had ever actually seen, but was rumored to exist in the jungle. This tree could supposedly help them escape. "Greetings, I am the magic tree. To leave this jungle, you must answer my questions." The first question was directed at Rihanna and Keanu. The tree asked, "Can John Wick fall in love?" Rihanna and Keanu exchanged glances and immediately burst into laughter. They both knew exactly how to answer. "No way! He has no time for love." The tree nodded in satisfaction. Correct. Next, it was Timothy's turn. The tree asked, "Why do you always look sleepy in your movies?" Timothy grinned and confidently replied, "Because no one can act sleepy better than me." The tree nodded again. "Well said. You may proceed." Having answered all the questions, the magic tree gave them a mystical artifact that would return them to their world. But before leaving, the celebrities promised they would come back to the magical jungle someday. As they returned to their reality, Rihanna thought to herself, "Now that I'm back, I'll perform a real concert. Not for jungle creatures, but for actual people." And in the end, Elon Musk and Bill Gates, still marveling at their experiment, looked at each other and laughed. The experiment was a success.